Hello, trading is closed on April 22nd, 2014, and I'm Jeffrey Tennant. Today was the fourth straight day in which the mejt target did not print within its preferred time frame. I'm not too concerned about that. This is a daily chart. As it says in the book, during periods of strong impulsive moves, such as this has been, mejt targets are more likely to print outside of their preferred time frame. However, they do print eventually over 99% of the time. There was a failed target from back on April 4th of 1875.15 plus, and that printed today. The only higher failed target from the same date is 1893.27. mejt likes to leave a failed target at major changes in trend. I'm not really confident about that one printing, but there's nothing in the system saying it won't. There were a few mejt signals from today. There was a sell signal in the morning. We haven't gone low enough to satisfy it. The target is 1878.24 minus. It's only about a point or so under our close, but it was a warning all the way up that the move was not for keeps. The target is based on an ultimate signal, and these things print. There was a buy signal in the afternoon. Buy signals in most systems mean buy. In the mejt system, it means there is a target at a higher price. The target was hit instantly, so there was no trade. There tends to be resistance over mejt targets and support under them. It sounds paradoxical to get a buy signal and say that the system was recommending one look for an opportunity to exit a long position, but that's how the system works. We had a signal from early in the day that lower prices were coming. We had a resistance area, and even though resistance was not required to hold, it was a reasonable time to exit. There are a number of reasons outside the system to think that this high is going to hold. They would all be invalidated. Most of them would be invalidated if we gapped over today's high. But if we don't gap over today's high, we have a market which couldn't hold its gains, not even the gains from the early rally. We have a lower target based on an ultimate signal. We have a number of sell signals based on other people's work. One of them is the McClellan oscillator from NASDAQ, which is now over its upper Bollinger Band. A reversal through the band gives a reasonably reliable sell signal. I'm still looking for a major reversal to the downside based on other people's work. We have targets down in the 1700s. Let's not forget that this decline, in my book, is more impressive than this recovery. The recovery's been on low volume, and mejt is saying it's not for keeps. The call for tomorrow is a slightly lower target, which doesn't have to print tomorrow, but probably will. And the expectation for lower prices unless we make a gap over today's high. The ideal situation, which may not happen, would be a gap under yesterday's close, because usually the close at the high leads to a gap down the following day. That didn't happen, but if we gap under the true range of today's market, that would indicate the whole move was bogus. And that's today's call.